There is a new push to help foster care teens find loving homes. Many people adopt children from birth or maybe infants, but experts say there are really big rewards with raising teenagers.
I'm so glad we're talking about this morning to bring more attention to this. Bob Herne is here. He's from AdoptUSKids, joining us to talk about how caregivers, people like you and I, can make an impact on the lives of teens. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, Bob, thank you for being with us. So first, just talk about the importance of adopting from the U.S. foster care system, especially teenagers.
So a lot of people might not realize there's over 117,000 children and youth who are currently living in the U.S. foster care system that are waiting for an adoptive home. And in California alone, there's over 15,000 children and youth. And youth are overrepresented in that number. Like you talked about earlier, when you hear about adopting and adopting from foster care, most people think about infants or young children. But regardless of what age you are, everybody needs that love and support of a family. So we got together with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the Ad Council, and AdoptUSKids in order to create some public service ads to really highlight the rewards of adopting an older child, a teenager.
Yeah, this is a huge campaign. It's been going on for several years now. So
Yes.
How successful has it been? I mean, talk about that, placing kids in these homes.
So over 90,000 children since we started the campaign have been adopted from that. We see adoptions every year from foster care that are going up. But of course, when you talk about a number like 117,000, we still have a long way to go. And we won't stop until there's no children left to be adopted.
That's fantastic. And what do individuals or couples need to know about adopting teens? We say individuals or couples because you don't need to be in a relationship to adopt, so that's important to stress. But what do they need to know about the benefits, some of the challenges, and what the process is like?
Sure. So we encourage everybody to go to our website, www.adoptuskids.org, and there you will learn all about adoption and foster care. You'll also see almost 5,000 children and youth who are waiting to be adopted, so you can get a good idea of who those children and youth are. But what we ask all of your families to do is to take the first step, right? Go to an orientation in your community, look at your community, look at what services are being offered. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but everybody can do something to help a youth in foster care. So if it is an adoption, then we ask you to maybe become a mentor or become a foster parent, but reach out. What youth need to know and care about is that there's someone out there that cares about them.
That's so important. Yeah, I mean, people think, oh, well, I can't open up my home, but there really are other ways to help. And there is exactly, and there is such a great need. Bob Herne with AdoptUSKids, thank you so much.
Best of luck.